Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of our CampusConnect Webinar Series, brought to you by Study in Asia. This series is all about exploring premier educational institutions across Asia, and I'm your host, Matthew Rosales. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit about Study in Asia. It's a tech-powered platform built to help agents connect students with top universities across Asia quickly, easily, and profitably. Agents can earn up to 100% commission, gain exclusive territory rights, and access powerful tools like AI program matching, live tracking, and ready-to-use sales materials. Whether it's a student's first choice or their second shot, Study in Asia helps make studying in Asia a smart and seamless option. Now, reflecting on my own personal journey, I remember how overwhelming the college application process was. Like many others, I had tunnel vision, and I only thought about going to school in the United States. I didn't know that amazing opportunities existed right here in Asia, and that schools, like today's guest, offer global degrees in exciting destinations like Dubai. So let's get started. Today, we're focusing on Middlesex University Dubai, a modern British university located in the heart of UAE, offering the exact same degrees as its London campus. Joining us today is Mr. Joshua Jackson, the Assistant Manager for Student Recruitment and Outreach at Middlesex University Dubai. Welcome, Mr. Joshua.
Thanks, Matthew. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah. Amazing. So let me tell you a little bit about Dubai and myself. So I'm part of the student admissions team, and I'm one of the counselors here who will be supporting you through the application process. So when you apply, you have a dedicated admissions counselor, and it could be myself or one of the amazing team that we work with.
Oh, sounds great. Actually, very engaging, very helpful. So that's very good to hear. So let's start off our segment. Let's kick things off with academics. So Middlesex University Dubai offers a wide variety of programs across fields like business, design, engineering, and more. Could you maybe highlight some of the most popular programs among international students, and just what exactly makes them so attractive?
Yeah, great question. Some of our strongest programs are our business MBA. So that is a Masters of Business Administration, and also our computing and law programs. Business is a really versatile degree, and it's a really good degree for everyone to give a real grounding into the leadership and entrepreneurship needed to succeed in kind of the rapidly changing business world. We also have our computing, robotics, and engineering programs. That comes under something called CEI, Computing, Engineering, and Informatics. And we have brilliant facilities, a really good faculty with our VR lab, AI-specific programs and modules. We also have our law program that is especially popular with those who want to practice law in England. You know, being a British university, it means we give a very solid law degree. And this lets you practice criminal law in the UK or commercial law in UK, Europe, and around the world. So yeah, those are some of our strongest programs, but we offer a lot more.
Well, that's fantastic. It's great to hear. It's good to hear that you have good business programs. Well, you know, I may be a bit biased as a business student myself, but I definitely agree. Business can take you a long way, and it's a very good path to take. So yeah, I have actually another question. I heard that your BBA program doesn't even require work experience and allows students to start looking for jobs within the final months of study. That's incredibly practical. And building on that, what would you say makes Middlesex Dubai stand out from other schools in Dubai or even in Asia?
Yeah, you're right about our business program. So you can come into that, do that as what we call our daytime MBA, Masters of Business Administration. That takes place, during the week. So you would study that as your undergrad, and then you can really kind of build your connections throughout Dubai and, learn in the business field. What's really strong here with the careers aspects, and I suppose what helps us stand out, is our careers team. They really, really help accelerate our students' prospects when they are finding work, when they're finding placements and internships. We have a kind of a world-class careers fair with over 200 businesses that come in for specifically Middlesex University students and graduates. So we have 200 businesses, they come in. We had to put them up in a hotel conference suite over 2 days because we had so many. They're here for our students. to help find work and accelerate kind of your pathways. One thing that is also very unique that we have is our film studios and our fashion studios. This year, our final year students and our final year students showcased their work at a real cinema with a red carpet premiere, and our fashion graduates had a catwalk show where models were recruited to show off their outfits on the runway.
Oh, wow, that's very fascinating. I mean, I'm actually very interested in the film aspect part. Were you able to see any of their films personally yourself?
No, I didn't. I wish I could. I had to go to an event that day, but I saw all the pictures. It was amazing. So they had a red carpet rollout, photographers, and it's displayed at a huge, I think it's an IMAX cinema style screen. So you get to say your film was shown at one of like the huge premiere cinemas in Dubai, and that's a real impressive thing to see your work up there.
No, yeah, 100%. I definitely agree. I mean, if I was in their position, I'd feel incredibly proud of myself. Like, wow, like to think that my film is being shown in such a professional setting.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely. Yeah. And this is, to clarify, this is before they even graduated, right?
Yes, so that's right. So this, as part of their final year projects, they would create their films, create their projects, which form a large part of their degree. And then the top 12 films, I believe, are showcased at an awards, the awards show with the cinema showing. As part of our studios, we have our own Dolby digital screening room. So we have a mini theatre on campus, so they can experience the films they make on quite a big screen, and they can see it with kind of Dolby digital sound, the whole cinema style seating, so they can see and hear what it would be like before it's played in the big screen. And like I said, those who do really well get to go to the cinema and display it for real.
No, 100%. Yeah, that's incredible. And I can only imagine this will, help boost their, I guess, job opportunities as well, right? Their chances of getting jobs. Yeah, wow, that's great. So yeah, moving on to another question, because so I also understand that you have programs that are with relations to what I previously mentioned with job opportunities. I understand that you have programs that are particularly strong in terms of career opportunities. So could you tell us which courses typically open the most doors for students after graduation?
Yeah, I mean, definitely our business programs have a lot of pathways you can go into that give a lot of kind of job and work opportunities. I think what's particularly strong is our kind of technology programs, because we are based in a place called Internet City. That's where we are in Dubai, and we are surrounded by world-class technology businesses such as Cisco, Microsoft, Google. Combined with that, it means our graduates have the opportunity for fantastic jobs in that tech field. Many of the students who are here go on to kind of take internships there. Just because it's so close by, we have a lot of kind of input from those external businesses. Otherwise, many of our students take work placements at university, so they might reach out to our careers team to help them find a job. The careers team is very good at helping with looking at their CV, building connections with the students, because in Dubai, it is a bit about who you know, and building those connections early can really give you an advantage. And our careers team is really good at that. When you go and see them, a lot of people go in their third year, like their last year of university, but they always say, come and see us in your first year when you arrive, because we can start building that profile for you. We can start building those connections. And really that will help your careers grow and accelerate a lot quicker when you leave university.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. And from my own research, right, I know that so far, most of it has been very successful, as I heard that 87% of Middlesex students find employment soon after graduation, which is definitely a huge plus for anyone planning their future from the start, right?
Absolutely. Our careers team, their aim is 100% employability. So the fact, we've got 70%, 87% so soon after graduation is brilliant. But I think their stats are basically saying 100% of our students are basically employable very soon after university.
Right. No, that's really good to hear, because I think an issue that many students nowadays have is that once they graduate, they're not really sure what to do, right? And they tend to have issues with employment. So this is fantastic to hear, and I'm sure a lot of students feel safe hearing this as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a stretch goal, isn't it? 100%. You know, we'll get as many as we can. But I think the fact you have a strong UK degree is a real plus for employers here.
I see. Actually, I had another question with regards to along the lines of that. So I've heard something about this golden visa opportunity, right? I want to sort of touch on that. So what exactly is it? Which students qualify, and what benefits does it offer after graduation?
Yeah, great question. Now, the golden visa is a highly sought after kind of type of visa that the UAE offers. Normally, when you come here, your visa is linked to your employment, but with a golden visa, it is separated. So if you change your job or you don't have a job for a bit, then you don't have to leave the country because you have a fixed time period of where you have the privilege of remaining under the golden visa program. So what's amazing is that our top students in each year can qualify for the golden visa. So it means when they graduate, they have more time to look for paid work. It's not tied to your job. It's a hugely valuable tool that you can have because the pressure is off. You don't have to keep renewing your ID and visa every 2 years. In fact, it lasts 5 to 10 years, depending on the type of golden visa, which is huge. Imagine staying in, having like a secured spot in Dubai or the UAE for 5 to 10 years. It's amazing. And yeah, if you are a top quality student, you too can qualify for a golden visa.
Wow, that's amazing. No, yeah, 5 to 10 years and you don't have to worry about anything. No, that's incredible. So yeah, I think that's all my questions with regards to the academics. Next, I want to focus more on, I guess, campus life and the accommodations, right? So I'll be flashing a picture on the screen. This is what I believe is the MDX Social Hub. So yeah, I know that campus life is a big part of the student experience, right? So can you tell us more about this MDX Social Hub and what kind of facilities students can enjoy here?
Of course, I think it's a huge part of university life, and it's part of being at university. It's so different from coming from high school where everything is very structured and regimented. University, you are much more of an adult where you might only have a few hours of taught lessons a day. However, the rest is your own self-time. Whether you're studying or working, there needs to be some downtime. So we have our student social hub in our top floor of block 15, one of our many blocks on campus. That is a really lovely area, which I think they've refurbished recently. So huge social area, which you can go into. They often have events there. So external people might come in and there's lots of freebies, but it's also a place for relaxation and socializing. So from our kind of beanbag chair area where you can kind of just relax and find people just kind of snoozing throughout the day. There's also a gaming room with Xbox, PlayStations and things like that, basketball room, a kind of snooker room, table tennis, ping pong. We also have a music room, so we have the drum kits, keyboards, guitars and other instruments in. So you can book those rooms out, you can sit there, kind of work on your own projects. In the meantime, you can also take place in you can also work with some of our social clubs. So for example, we have our dance studio as well and our gym there, but we have loads of clubs. So we have things like gaming, arts, cooking, drama, anime, K-pop, photography, music clubs. We have a load of clubs that you can fill your time with at university or after university. And you could even start your own. So we have a dedicated student team who can help support you if you want to start your own club or join something entirely new.
Okay, that's good to hear because yeah, outside of academics, right? That's a very important part of college life. And actually, with regards to the clubs, I remember reading on your website that some clubs even collaborate, like with the Impact Club. I heard that it sometimes tends to do collaborations with the other clubs as well, like the Art Club, wherein they sort of do arts and designs together.
Yeah, we love a collaboration, and it's great that our clubs work together. It's just such a huge way for our students to get to know each other, make friends, and really build that sort of friendship that is going to last you a lifetime outside of university.
100%. I have to agree there. And actually, I believe we have a video right now to show the audience of the social hub. So let's just flash it on the screen for a bit. Okay. So yeah, from the looks of it, seems like a very supportive and fun environment. I mean, if you're to ask me, I'd love to be there right now. I feel like I need to relax.
Oh yeah, you need to relax. It's a great place.
No, yeah, seems very fun. So yeah, I'm sure that, I'm sure a lot of people there have fun, right? I'm sure
Absolutely. Yeah,
people always make lots of good connections there for sure.
yeah, for real.
Yeah. So yeah, now actually I want to also move on to something I'm sure every international student wants to know, accommodations, right? So what types of housing are available to students? I know I've heard that the Myriad is a popular choice. Can you tell us more about what it offers?
Yeah, the Myriad is one of our most popular choices. That we have partnered with the Myriad to provide students with an affordable, kind of luxurious student accommodation. It is a pretty brand new, state-of-the-art student living community, and it's based in a place called Dubai Academic City. Dubai Academic City is about 35 minutes from our main campus, but there's free transport included throughout the day. It's also only 3 to 4 minutes from our Academic City campus, which is a smaller campus where our MBA daytime is held. So if you're doing kind of the business MBA, you're only a short walk from the accommodation. Otherwise, transport is included back to our main campus. It's a really nice kind of accommodation specifically for students with kind of really competitive pricing compared to other student accommodation. Includes all your furnishing, utilities, high-speed Wi-Fi, broadband. There's also on-site laundry, pool, gym, sporting facilities, 24-hour security, community features such as kitchens and games rooms and sofa areas. So it's a real place where you can kind of relax and socialize as well as kind of live.
Okay, that's sounds like the full complete package. I just also like to ask, because you mentioned transportation, right? It's free transportation, and during what times is it usually available?
So it's quite early, so it runs kind of before university lectures start, which is normally around. So our lectures are always timetable between 8:30 and 5:30, Monday to Friday. So you would be in, there's a few buses in the morning and a few in the afternoon and the evening if you have like kind of late night social clubs. So you'll always be able to get to kind of campus on time and get back with plenty of time without kind of being in too early or too late.
Right, I see. And if ever, yeah, you can always spend your free time in the social hub or in your other facilities as well. I guess it also sort of inspires you to, spread out and join a club you may be interested in.
Yeah, absolutely. You can really get to know your fellow students and kind of, yeah, it's brilliant. Well, I know the first couple of weeks they have welcome parties and welcome events for everyone. So when you join, there are get to know each other events, and basically kind of like house parties where you can really kind of meet your friends on that floor or around or by the pool, and it's really nice. It's students like going back to the Myriad because they see their neighbors basically.
I see. So yeah, so throughout their entire stay, they'll really be very connected with their friends, I guess, because they see each other in school, they see each other back at the Myriad.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear. Yeah, I'd also just like to get practical with you now. What should students expect when budgeting their living expenses in Dubai?
Oh, difficult question. So living in Dubai can really differ from person to person. I mean, if you're the sort of person who budgets really well, you can live quite cheaply, live affordably. Likewise, if you really want to live the Instagram Dubai experience that you see, I mean, it's not as good as you think, but it's, you can do that too. You can live you can be on the rooftop pools if you want, but to be honest, you can live kind of however you want. Grocery spend is quite modest. So if you were cooking for yourself and buying food in, you might budget around 1,000 to 1,500 dirhams a month. If you're cooking for yourself, and if you wanted to kind of live cheaply or find a lot of kind of free things to do, there are loads of apps available on the marketplace to say, which look specifically at cheaper living in Dubai. So there's lots of free activities, lots of free and cheap events. So there's apps like The Entertainer and our Time Out magazine has a load of kind of free things to do, so you don't have to spend a lot of money if you don't have to.
I see. And yeah, to those who are unfamiliar with the dirhams, I believe the conversion is 1,500 dirhams is, I believe, 400 United States dollars, around that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say that's a pretty solid price. Yeah. So how would you have any tips or suggestions on how students can manage their cost of living while staying there?
I think if you can, create a little community around you and have, good friends, then essentially you can kind of share the groceries. I know many of our interns here who are formerly students have told me that they live in the same area and they'll go shopping together. And, there's no point you buying all the individual things like cooking oil and salt when you could all just share it. So it's all the little things, if you start to, build a little kind of community in your own place, you would save a lot of money. Likewise, splitting the cost when you're going out for taxis or transportation. You can save a lot. And I don't think Dubai is that expensive when you start to kind of work with others to, have fun out there.
So yeah, I'm noticing a pattern here. Community really is a strong, I guess, factor in Middlesex, right? Like not only on campus, but outside of campus as well. I feel like these connections you make here in Middlesex really stick with you for life.
They really do. And I think when you have over 120 nationalities here, you find yourself with others and you do get along with everyone. And it's quite nice to see those communities build of a real kind of diverse mix of people. The best thing about Dubai is that when you're here and you're in a restaurant, there's, you'll look around and see like 20 different nationalities around you, all in one place having a good time. And that's great to see.
Right. And I'm sure people get to learn a lot more about different cultures as well, right?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it was interesting, learning a bit more about the Emirati culture here in the UAE, but also learning about the different cultures from the students here and the team around me. So, things like my boss is from Mauritius, my colleague is from Sri Lanka, my friend is from India. We have my other boss is from Ireland, and it's a huge, diverse kind of culture here, which I really love.
That's really great to hear. So yeah, for those watching who are, who want to sort of feel a good bond and sort of grow with the community, I think, Middlesex is the right place for you. And that moves me on to my next segment for those who want to enroll and apply. So let's talk a bit about the student journey. So for those who are interested in applying, what does the application process look like? And when do enrollment periods open? And when do classes typically start?
So for this September, enrollment is open now and is open all the way up until the September start. We have some early bird discounts available if you do apply early, but the whole process is very, very easy. You can apply through our website or through an agent, and they'll direct you through the process. But once you apply, you'll be assigned a dedicated admissions counsellor, and they'll support you through the process. So any questions you have in the meantime, they'll look at your application individually, judge it on its own merits, and work with you. Even if you don't quite have the grades, we will work with you to make sure that we can help you secure a place here, because we're not here to say no. We want to bring on your experience and life experience that you've had as a student, and kind of grow you at university, sort of at the university here. So yeah, apply and you'll have someone basically to look after you throughout the process.
Oh, interesting. I'd also like to ask, are there foundation pathways available for students who may not yet meet all the direct entry requirements?
There are. We have a really good international foundation program. That is a level 3 course, which is kind of, in terms of UK credit, is as a level 3 qualification, the equivalent to almost A level. So it's a 1-year program. A levels are normally 2 years, but that will give you direct entry into any of our undergrad programs.
I see. All right. And this is for the another question. This is for the students transferring from other universities. Maybe those who have completed a year elsewhere. Do you maybe accept credit transfers? The flexibility could be a huge help to students relocating.
I see. Yeah, we do. So if you are transferring from another university, you absolutely can. So let's say you've completed your first year at a different university, you can transfer those credits into a similar program over here. Now, it's best that the modules are kind of similar. So if it's a business program, you would probably need to transfer to another business program. That's normally the case. You don't tend to get transfers to a different subject because you would have needed to have that knowledge already. But it's very possible, and we have a lot of transfers from other universities going into their second or even third year here.
I see. Okay, that's very good to hear. So pretty much Middlesex is open to anyone who's interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I want to shift gears over to our agent community. What kind of support does Middlesex offer to its recruitment partners?
So we have a scaling system of payments to our partners, depending on how many students you recruit into us. And we also kind of have a dedicated, we've just sort of built a dedicated onboarding process to help standardize our recruitment partners. So we've created a handbook with really easy to follow guides on how to get students in, how to use the technology we use to get the students in, so our application portal. And you can also speak to our dedicated partnership team here, who will help you as an agent or recruitment partner, work with us closely, keep you abreast of any campaigns that we're running, and kind of also support you as a recruitment partner, so you can help us recruit students.
Right. So yeah, one thing we'd like to highlight is that agents can also now browse and promote programs from Middlesex University Dubai through the Study in Asia platform. It comes with built-in tools to track applications, access program-specific brochures. It has AI-guided student matching, and much more. So if you're helping students decide, Study in Asia's platform is where you can instantly search all programs offered by Middlesex Dubai, along with key info like duration, tuition fees, entry requirements, and application deadlines. And I guess for my last question, for the agents watching, what would you say are the top reasons you should be recommending Middlesex University Dubai to your students?
Excellent question. And the platform sounds like a real sort of technological breakthrough in the recruitment platform. Yeah, sounds wonderful. In terms of what is the biggest draw is the fact that we offer a solid UK degree. It is degrees from the United Kingdom are renowned around the world. They equivalize very well. And those looking, at their career prospects, once they see that it's a degree from, Middlesex, London, they are more than happy to go and take that student on. So the main thing is, the strong UK degree, our diverse campus, and the fact that we are one of the largest, if not at the minute, the largest UK university in Dubai. It really just goes to show how popular we are with students, how, we have such good energy on campus and provide such good facilities. I think once you come here, you'll suddenly see this is great. The energy here is top notch. The courses here are brilliant, and all my students and friends are wonderful. And I think that as a community is really clear, especially when you kind of visit us on campus.
No, yeah. I mean, from what I've been hearing so far, all I've been hearing is that Middlesex has such a great sense of community, right?
Absolutely, yeah, and that's what you need. I mean, studying in a different country can be difficult. New way of life. Especially if you're uprooting and bringing yourself somewhere else, the fact that you can kind of not feel alone once you get here is really, really is good, and it's a real kind of something to take your mind off the whole moving process and being someone new.
No, yeah, I have to completely agree with you on that point, because I have a couple of friends who tried studying abroad, but they had struggles with trying to adapt. They didn't really feel a sense of community. They missed home. They couldn't. Yeah, they had a lot of struggles in terms of adjusting. And I feel like what they were really missing was just this proper sense of community where you can really just like feel at home, right? Even when you're not home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I think those are all my questions. So I think that concludes our first episode for our webinar. Thank you so much, Mr. Joshua, for joining us and giving us a deeper look into Middlesex University Dubai.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
And to all our viewers, whether you're an agent or a prospective student, we hope this gave you a better understanding of what makes the Middlesex University Dubai such a strong option. And yeah, to the prospective students, I mean, come on, after everything you've heard so far, there's no reason not to apply, right? And just remember that through studying in Asia, you can access everything from program listings to agent-exclusive materials in just a few clicks. Head to our platform and check out Middlesex University Dubai's full program catalog today. And make sure to join us next week for another look into one of Asia's rising education destinations. I'm Matthew Rosales, and this has been Study in Asia Presents Campus Connect. I'll see you guys next time.